What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And I'm back for another video. It's been a while, been like about 2 weeks, and I'm back. This video is gonna be on the ranking the films I've seen in February. I didn't do one last month because I must have not had time or I just didn't feel like it. But this month I want to do one, and I'm getting it done March 2nd. So yes, if you want to check out what I watched last month in January, I have a list on my Letterboxd. I'll rank that down below. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So coming in at number 28, Eurigan the Witch. Poo Poo. 27, Burn After Reading. It's a Coen Brothers film that had funny bits and great performances, but was a little boring. And yeah, I gave that one 3 out of 5 stars. I gave Earwig and the Witch 1 out of 5 stars. And coming number 26 is going to be Herald and Mod. I watched this at the beginning of the month and I don't really remember. It was okay. It felt like a Wes Anderson movie, but it was made 50 years ago. So yeah, I gave that a 3.5 stars. And then coming in number 25 is going to be Primal Fear. I also watched it from the beginning of the month because I was going to do my 52-week movie challenge, and I totally forgot about that challenge. And I need to continue that challenge. But yeah, this was the week 5 early performance by actor or actress, and I chose Ed Norton. It was okay. The twist was decent. It had a little boring bits. It was okay. It was okay. Then 24 is going to be Malcolm and Mary. I only watched this one because everybody was talking about it, how good it was, and then when it actually came out on Netflix, I saw a bunch of people that hated it, but I watched it before I saw they hated it, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I gave that a 3.5 as well. I think they gave pretty good performances, both Zendaya and John David Washington. And yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. And then coming number 23 is going to be Tales from Earthsea. 23, Tales from Earthsea. Rhymes. I enjoyed this one. It had a little boring bits. A little, a little slow. Characters were meh. But I enjoyed it. It's Jubilee. How can I not love Jubilee? I still love Jubilee. I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. And yeah, number 22, Pom Poko, another Jubilee film that I need to get off my watch list. It was just a nice movie. It was just a fun movie. Had great messages and themes, and characters were pretty good, and it's a decent movie. I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars as well. And then I watched The Cat Returns. I've seen this one before. It's a Ghibli film, of course. More Ghibli. Got a lot more Ghibli. A lot more. Really enjoyed this one. I always enjoyed it since my childhood. I watched it in subtitles, though, because I had to for some challenge. But, yeah. Yeah, 21, Cat Returns. 20, number 20, Promising Young Woman. This is the one I watched the most recent. I enjoyed it up until the ending, which the ending was very poor, in my opinion. Did not really like the ending. But the whole movie, rest of the movie is great. Carey Mulligan was really good. The other people were really good. McLovin's in this movie. McLovin from Superbad, he's in this movie. I was so surprised when I saw him. And yeah, he kind of adds a few points. Coming in at 19, 500 Days of Summer. Rom-com. I watched this on Valentine's Day. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Just a super kind of little enjoyable film with good performances and a good romance, and one I may or may not watch again in the future. And coming in number 18, In the Name of the Father. I wanted to see this film because it's Daniel Day-Lewis, and I really like Daniel Day-Lewis. But this is one of more of his underseen movies. Not a lot of people on the Letterboxd have reviewed it, so I decided to watch it, and I really enjoyed it. Um, Daniel Day-Lewis gives a really good performance. It's not as good as There Will Be Blood, but still a really amazing performance. I gave that one a 4 out of 5 stars. Same for the last 3. I gave all 4 out of 5 stars. And then number 17, Chef. Really cute, fun movie with pretty good performances and just a good story. Just it's a feel good film, in my opinion. Most of it. Directed by Jon Favreau too. Probably his best movie. And then coming number 16, When Marnie Was There. Jubilee film again. I've been watching a lot of Jubilee. I have 2 more Jubilee films. I'm watching one currently, and I need to watch the other one some other time so I can do my Jubilee ranking. But for now, yes, When Marlene Was There. Really cute and fun movie with a good twist. Sad, kind of sad. Good characters. Good characters always. Jubilee with these female protagonists is always moi. Very, very good film. Gave that 4 to 5. This is where that 4 to 5 mark ends. The rest I've given 4.5 to 5. I'm also including shows. I watched 3 shows this month. So I'm including those 3 shows. Then number 15, The Wind Rises, another Ghibli film. Really, really enjoyed this one. Really, it was really good. I don't really know how to describe Ghibli films because they have this magic and this feeling you get when you watch them. It's just a feeling of happiness. Except Grave of the Fireflies, where you feel depressed the entire movie. But really like this one, The Wind Rises. Probably top 10 Ghibli for me. Really liked it. Then coming number 14, Perfect Blue. I want to check this one out because it was very short, and I want to get in other types of anime. And this was very good, very confusing-ish, and very trippy. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I do recommend that one. That one is 80 minutes, only 80 minutes. It was really good. So yeah, 4.5 to 5 for that one too, and the last one 4.5 to 5. And then number 13, The Red Turtle. I don't know if I would necessarily count this as a Ghibli film, but I did. One of my favorite Ghibli films, maybe top 6 Ghibli films. I adored this movie so much. It's got no words the entire film. It's only 80 minutes, and you're entertained the entire time. It's just a beautiful story, and maybe the most beautifully animated film I've ever seen, ever. And then coming number 12, Whisper of the Heart, another Ghibli film. Top 5 Ghibli for me. Really, really enjoyed this film. Great characters, great romance, great story. The scene when they sing Country Road is so cute. I loved it. This film is very good. Very good film. Then coming number 11, Before Midnight. I need to finish this one because I'd watched the other 2. I need to finish this trilogy, and it was amazing. My favorite movie of the trilogy. Really liked this one. Felt the most realistic to me and the most relatable to me. Even though I haven't been through nearly any of this stuff, it just felt relatable, even though it kind of isn't, but it just did. Really, really enjoyed this one. Great performances as always from the 2 main leads. And yeah, Before Midnight, give that a 5 out of 5. This is where it starts my 5 out of 5 ratings. Yeah, forget that one, 5 out of 5. Then coming number 10, The Departed. I wanted to watch this one because my friend loves this film a lot. It's his favorite Scorsese, and I want to watch it to see if my opinion would change. It's still around the same ranking as the Scorsese, for my Scorsese ranking. Went maybe up. I think it went up a spot or 2. Really enjoyed this one. I've seen it 3 times now. Great performances from everyone. Great cast. Great narrative. Great everything. Really well paced. Super, super well paced film. Really like this one. Coming number 9, Shaun of the Dead. Whoa. I remember loving this film on first 2 watches, but I really paid attention and got most of the jokes, and it just became 5 out of 5 for me. Really entertaining film. I thought it started out slow, but it really didn't. There's still a lot of jokes in the first 15 minutes that are just amazing jokes. So funny. Performances are all great. The action's all great. It's a Cornell trilogy. I really like the Cornell trilogy a lot. One of my favorite trilogies for sure. It's amazing. It's amazing. And coming in number 8 for our first TV show of the list, Chernobyl. One of my favorite shows now. Really kind of just like sad and disturbing because it shows you what these people went through when Chernobyl happened in it was 1986, I think. And it was just really informative, and it was corrupt. It was just such a good in-depth take on Chernobyl, and I really, really enjoyed this one. I give that a 5 out of 5 for sure, without a doubt. Then coming in at number 7, Call Me by Your Name. Wow, I've seen this movie twice. Again, another one I watched for Valentine's Day. Really enjoyed it, as always. Timmy and Armie Hammer give great performances, as always. It's a little creepy, just a little bit, but I love it. I love this film so much. Then, coming number 6. 6, yes. Euphoria. Special episode number 1. Trouble don't last always. The first special episode. Really like this one. But it's just a whole long conversation with Rue and Ali. And it takes place in one spot, and they just talk the entire episode. So good. So good. Coming number 5. Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is my 3rd time rewatching this movie this year. Really, really enjoyed this one again. On third watch. Great characters. It's just got everything. I think it's pretty perfect in my opinion. Coming number 4. Hot Fuzz. Love this film so much. It moved to my top 10 of all time. Not even lying. I just adore this film so much. The comedy, most of it lands now since I've seen it a bunch of times. It's so good. Like, it's so good. The best of the Cornetto trilogy, in my opinion. And yeah, I still need to watch The World's End to finish out the Cornetto trilogy. I like that film a lot. I do like it. Not as good as the other two, but I still love it a lot. Coming number 3, Euphoria. I know I did the number 6 was Euphoria, one of the special episodes. I'm just grouping the whole show right here, along with the second special episode. Amazing show. Made it into my top 3 shows of all time. Oh my gosh, this show was phenomenal. Everything about the show is phenomenal. Every episode is a 10 out of 10. Amazing, phenomenal friggin' show. Crap, I forgot something. So I'm going to group after Euphoria. So I'm going to say this is 3. Breaking Bad. The entire show. I watched the entire show in a matter of 2 weeks. A span of 2 weeks. Loved this friggin' show. Top 2 show for me now. Amazing performances. Some of the best of all time. Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston give some of the best performances of all time in TV ever. Amazing, 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 amazing performances. Like, so good. Just the show as a whole, it's pretty perfect. It's a pretty perfect show. I do prefer Game of Thrones as a show to this, even though they messed up the 8th season of Game of Thrones. I still prefer Game of Thrones over the show. This was amazing. Favorite episode? It's hard to pick because there's the last episode. There's Ozymandias. There's Face Off. There's Crawl Space. There's just so many great episodes. Some of the best of all time in the show. It was just so good. Watch Breaking Bad. It's on Netflix. Like, it's so good. So, my God, it's so good. Coming number 2. Amadeus. Watched it again this month. I'm going to watch it every month this year. One of the most rewatchable movies in my opinion. Moved into my top 2 films of all time. The next movie is my favorite film of all time. It changed. Just gonna get that out of the way. Maybe you can guess it. But yeah. Amadeus, it's amazing. I put a whole review of it. You can check that out if you want. It's a flawless masterpiece. So good. Coming number 1 as the best thing I've watched this month of any piece of media or anything. Howl's Moving Castle. My favorite film of all time. My favorite Jubilee of all time. My favorite animated movie of all time. My favorite movie of all time. So friggin' good, Howl's Moving Castle is. I don't care. Yeah, it may be a little messy, but it's perfect in my opinion. It's perfect. Great characters. Howl is a dreamy motherfucker. He's so hot. I don't care. Howl is Friggin', I love Hal. One of my favorite characters in film. Sophie may be the best Ghibli protagonist, female protagonist. No, just protagonist in general. Such a good protagonist, and just it's such a flawless film, in my opinion. You have your opinions. Right here, honestly, I want to hear your opinion on this film. You've seen it, only if you've seen it. Tell me your opinion on this film. I want to see if people love it as much as me. I just adore this film. It's, yeah, so good. Houseman Castle, #1, without a doubt. So that was my video. I tried to make it a little shorter and not talk about the movies as much, because I don't want to bore you guys. But yeah, that was my video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, comment. What are your favorite things you watch this month? And yes, I'll see you guys in the next video.